that's sitting here before us. Right, and then we'll adjourn and start with our interviews. Probably be done.
All right, Carla got her jeans on, she said she don't wanna be here all day. So she got her reservations already set, so
Mr. Jerry, gonna be good.
I thought it was.
They called this morning.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice it. It's a little bit forward there.
What do you mean? You can practice doors.
I'll call, see if it'll come. You come to a meeting?
don't believe it.
Eddie, James, Larry, and Robert Lewis. There he is. You don't look like you've been working today.
I was dirty, you couldn't see. All that dust out.
Four o'clock, yes, sir.
Search for
We're going to call this meeting to order. Y'all have this policy. Dave Wills emailed Gary. It's the same thing that most other counties do, and Athens County does.
Everybody notified Lee, the manager,
The what?
everybody in Athens County, all commissioners notified Lee, the administrator, and the
Well, I talked with the girl down there in office.
Huh?
I talked with the girl down there in office.
Who did they,
They, and then our road department, talked to them and said that's what they did.
they notified the administrator?
Yeah. Now, you can, this is not saying you can't call the road department when you got a problem. This is saying you can't tell them to quit what they're doing and go somewhere else and do it. The road superintendent wants, if you call Gary, Gary calls him, and if it's a priority, or if you call him, just like we've been doing, tell him that he, if you would look at it, if it's endangerment, then he puts that on the priority list, kind of like what they always done.
No, we just can't say you need to quit doing what you're doing and go do this.
It leaves it up to the superintendent at his discretion to prioritize the job.
In other words, it takes the liability off the road workers.
Right.
No, I haven't seen this today, I don't know if anybody else has.
I need to see it, I'll talk to you about that. See.
Here, I'm gonna read it.
It's not a lot different than what we already do, it just, it's claims the way it's supposed to be. If y'all, everybody done read it, and again, I feel like this needs to be done before we hire a road superintendent, so we can get back to doing work without a lot of interference.
You have to read it, you can call.
I don't think anybody's seen it. Have you seen it, Brad? Yeah.
They come from Dave Williams.
Once you emailed it, got it emailed to you? Dave Wills emailed it to you? You emailed it?
Yeah,
Email it to them?
yeah, I think so. Anybody who had email, I think the only people that email are you, Rush, and
Email it,
Brad.
I don't have the email.
I didn't check it.
So that's why they have the email.
don't think if it was something important enough to be passed, that either somebody could leave it to us or call and tell us that we had it, we had the opportunity to come get it. I'm not gonna beat it and make a decision, I mean, y'all can, they forward, y'all don't take it. And,
Oh, we ain't gonna pass it.
No, I mean-
We ain't putting a hundred supervisors today. We just interviewed them.
You're right.
that's all. Mr. Bolton said before you come in that we go ahead and pass this before we, start an interview. Am I correct?
Right, right. So if y'all wanna have some time to look at it.
Yeah, I'd rather have time to look at it myself.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
That's my opinion.
Fine.
That's it, y'all. What it's ready to do. When we come
Carter
back,
says she like,
then you may want to talk to us, we'll talk to him about it.
And you had talked to Hampton County to do that?
I talked with the girl at our road department, and she called me.
Bob, yeah.
Well, yeah, she done that,
Yeah, she knew. And according to them, they had the same situation, could keep a road superintendent. And they went to this policy. Now, it may not be the same policy as his. Dave is just, this is the one that Dave sent to the court.
They got an elected chairman down there.
Mhm.
And what it, you said the other day, or I may misunderstood, if I did tell him, that in the room in there, that they let their administrator, which they got a manager.
Right.
And,
They-
but they got a chairman elected.
Yeah.
But you had said that one that does like Gary, that said in Gary's spot, doesn't it?
Well, that's the way I understood it. They go through him, except for, if you got a problem, you call them and, this is simply telling us that we don't have the right to call one of the employees. Because when they pick up, move, and go somewhere, and the superintendent don't know it.
Well, like the other day when you said,
They get in trouble.
they had been out there twice and patched that road and got to the wrong spot. And I called them and told them if they come, I would show them the spot or mark the spot.
And that's why we got to get somebody to do the job to go out there. And if can paint don't cost that much to mark their spots. I keep a can in my truck, and they still miss it.
They've been doing a good job in the last 2 or 3 weeks. They don't put just a shovel, but they mound it up. I can tell all the difference.
Well, they've been taking hole diggers, digging them holes out, and it's staying in there better.
The only thing you can do better than that, and I've tried to get it done 3 years, to heat it up with a propane torch and pack it. But it hasn't made nowhere.
Yeah, we even talked about, I don't know if it was, when I was in before, about one of them Pakistanis. Yeah, they were their problem. So y'all just look it over, and when we meet tomorrow, then we'll do that.
Okay, to make sure, Athens County is the only one that you have talked to.
It's the only one that I know. Now, Dave, we have said it, a lot of different counties. And he's the one that, like I say, he said he would send us a,
Can somebody, I mean, I know what you say, but, I've read this thing, and I can't see that it says what you're saying. I mean, I
what it
know,
just says you go through the administrator.
but I don't see anything that says you can't.
You can call and tell them what you got.
What he really is just trying to say is this, we don't have the right, if we do this, we don't have the right to call the employee, we still either call Mr. Fall,
Well,
or either call the superintendent at the road department, or
They
call the
told
road
us that- they
department.
told us that.
And that's all I do,
Yeah, I mean-
that's all I ever do anyhow. is call
By law, we can't
Road
call the
department.
employees talk.
Not what I'm talking about.
I
I
mean,
never
that-
call them anyway, I always call them.
Right.
Well, you got
Butler
enough.
or everything over there.
That's what I call it.
And this ain't gonna change a whole lot.
And that's who I called, and like, didn't get in a peeing contest the other day in the closed meeting. But I had sent them out there for 3 weeks, and they hadn't got the hose yet. And I told Earl that he would tell the man that I would carry him and show him, or I would call him and tell him where the hose were. And that's what I did.
But this should stop all that confusion we have.
Then if we have another confusion like that, that 3 weeks and the hose hasn't been caught, then what we need to do is have the superintendent to come in and tell us why they haven't been caught.
I guess so. if he's been notified. What do you
So do we need to make a motion to table this until?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to table it
Just
until.
I second.
All vote. And then we move this and go into our meeting.
Ray, we got it back there. Oh,
Go
for
back. We have met with our 4 men that's applying for the job, and, we're gonna look over the resumes, and we'll pick out the one out of the 2 we looked at. And we're gonna vote once we make our mind. Any more? No. This Friday night, this time.
If you don't go out to eat certain, I do.
My wife said we go Friday.
Y'all going right now? Oh, look, I thought going on Saturday, I know you said.
No, on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm heading to the graduation.
We don't do lunch today.
Getting Haydenhurst.
Right.
I got to get
Friday night.
I knew you said one night, I just thought Saturday.
And I will
And I read